All right, if you've got a bunch of these laying around, we've got an idea for how to get rid of them and what to do with that old paint right after this.
Here I come to save the day.
Welcome to Mighty House. This is a radio show for people with problems, home improvement problems, that is, and for people who want common sense guidance on how to build green and live a more sustainable lifestyle. Send an email or call into the show. The Mighty House crew is on the job. This is Mighty House.
All right, we're back again. Today we're going to talk about how to dispose of all of that paint. Look right there. Look at this. Everybody's basement, their attic, their garage is full of this stuff. So what are you going to do with these old paint cans? Rich, over to you. Oh, the Niles Design District. That's right. We ought to talk about them. Go to nilesdesigndistrict.com. Also, down below, click on that subscribe button and click the bell. That way you'll be notified next time we put something stupid up. I mean, we have another great topic to put on YouTube.
There you go.
There you go. All right,
no
Rich.
Stupid questions, just bad answers.
There you go.
So, listen, first off, let's talk about just plain disposing of old paint. So my garage did look like that when I moved.
Yep.
So I had a ton of open cans of paint to dispose, and you're not supposed to just put them in the garbage because they can't go to a landfill in their liquid form. However, you can. I actually reached out to a paint store, and they said they'd take my old paint. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it was the quantity I had or they lied. But when I got to the store, they said, no bueno, we're not taking that. No.
Right.
So I'm like, I don't know if you put it all in a 30-gallon drum, you could have like 32 gallons of gray.
Right.
But, so anyway, the thing is, if you go to a box store, they sell paint hardeners. So they got little packets. So basically what you do is you take all your paint, you put it all in one big 5-gallon pail or whatever, 2 or 3 5-gallon pails, whatever you got. And you throw 2 or 3 packets of this hardener in there and you stir it. It says stir it. I'm telling you, do it quick. It doesn't waste any time hardening. Once it hardens in the bucket, it's perfectly legal to put it in your trash can.
Okay.
So then you can put the buckets out for collection. The empty paint cans that still have the residual paint in them, just leave them sit out to dry out. Once they dry out, we can do other things with them, which we'll talk about.
Yeah.
So that's basically it. Just, go buy the little packets of hardener. It was actually kind of fun, and it was actually amazing how fast it hardened. I was shocked.
So you just dumped them all into a big 5-gallon bucket and then put the hardener in there, and that's it?
And then you start stirring, and all of a sudden it gets really thick, and you go, better get my stick out because it's not going otherwise. Yeah.
I wanted the quick acting.
Oh, it's quick acting. All right. So to avoid all that, what's the easiest way?
I don't know.
What is buy the right amount of paint.
No.
Listen,
okay. So
a can says it covers 350 square feet.
Sure.
Measure your walls, divide by 350. That's how many cans you get. It would be 3 gallons and 1 quart.
Right. That's the problem. You always need that extra gallon.
That. Right. If 3 gallons and 1 quart are going to cover you, you're going to need 4 gallons.
Sure.
So you could end up with 3/4 of a gallon left over.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's just how it is.
Right. I always take it takes one dump out of that fresh can, and that's it. That finishes me, and then I've got 7/8 of that can is still good.
The easiest way around that is if you're buying 4 1-gallon cans to paint, then you should actually be dumping all 4 gallons into a 5-gallon pail to mix them so that now they are exactly the same. Yeah, because one shake of paint, just a hair off.
Right.
You paint everything, you pour the leftover into 1 can, don't scrape out your 5-gallon pail, and so you won't have much left.
There you go. So, okay.
Or just do like my guys. You pour it all over everything in the dumpster. Everything is now painted. It will dry out, and thus it's legal.
Yeah, there you go. See? Boom,
Their
done.
logic is flawless.
So first, figure out the right amount of paint.
Yeah.
Next.
Don't overbuy.
Correct. And then number 2.
Storing your used paint.
Like this?
So, no, that's what mine look like. But that's the salt air that eats them alive. But no, the best way to store your paint, there's a couple of options. So for polyurethanes and stains, if you take a trim nail, that little groove they put in the top of the can.
Yeah.
If you take a trim nail and pop a hole in there,
Yeah.
that way when you get that buildup in there, you can kind of chase it with a paper towel. Use that as a drain. It'll work like a drain.
Right, and it drains it back down in there.
And then the can.
Right.
That keeps that channel clear.
Right.
But when you're done painting, you put a piece of, plastic wrap over the top.
Yep.
Pop that lid back on, bang it on there tight, and then store your paint upside down.
Yeah.
Because, when you open up a can of paint and it's got that skin on the top, like a
Right.
pudding skin. Which, pudding skin is good stuff. If you get that pudding skin, you can't paint with it.
No.
So by storing the can upside down, when you're done, you put it back upright. You don't shake it, you just stir it. You don't want to bring that pudding skin off the bottom then, see?
Okay,
Stir
James
it up.
Bond.
Yeah.
Shaken, not stirred, right? Or you want it stirred,
No,
not shaken.
Stirred, not shaken.
There you go.
All right. So if you want to get rid of all your leftover paints, and I made the comment earlier, you could get a 5-gallon pail, mix them all together.
Sure.
And that's what you've got.
Right there.
Now, if you keep mixing it, ultimately it'll probably be gray.
Uh-huh.
But you could do that, and just however it comes out of the can, just, barely mixed, roll it on your wall.
That's
Well,
your
yeah,
Why not?
It's like lint. If you were to take lint and weave it back into yarn and knit yourself a sweater,
Yeah.
it would be the average color of your entire wardrobe. It'd be the same thing here. You take all your leftover paint, you pour it in, it's the average color of your house.
Sure.
So, is there any chemicals or any types of paint that you shouldn't be mixing together? Just like there's different cleaners, are there any types of paint that you shouldn't really be mixing?
Well, I mean, you're talking about not mixing bleach and ammonia, right? Which, no, I wouldn't do that. It's a bad idea.
Yes.
But, no, you can't mix oil and water-based paints.
Okay.
Right.
No, it's just like oil and vinegar, right? In your salad dressing, they layer. So
Yeah.
you don't want to do that. But,
What about my watercolors?
Yeah, because that's actually just a dry pigment in water.
Right.
The latex would mix into that, no problem.
Yep. That'll all mix up. So you look at your paint cans. If it says an oil-based paint or clean with paint thinner or something like that, set those aside. If it says clean with water, those go in another pile. Then you can mix all those together.
Okay.
So if you're not sure, look at the cleanup rules and how under the directions if you can still read it.
Yes,
And
you
it
go
doesn't have
back to the
paint smeared all over.
manufacturer and you get the MSDS sheet.
Right. Oh, sure. That's exactly what'll end up happening.
Absolutely. So then what do we do with all the old paint cans there, Ron?
I don't know. What can we do with those, Sonar? Hey, isn't that
Hey.
pretty? Come on, Rich. That's a nice look right there. You take the old paint
What's
cans, you
that
drive a
above
nail.
the fence?
I don't know
I see
what.
the planters.
Yeah,
What's
what-
that above?
Oh, but see, then you decorate the cans.
No, this, there.
That's
a
storage.
Yeah, that's yarn storage, it looks like.
So then you can glue them all the cans together,
Man.
and then you got little storage bins. Like if you had each person in the house, they get their own bin for their notes,
Why
the
do
mail.
I think we should insert a clutter clarity right in the middle of this thing?
Robbie?
Let's take a look at them. But yeah, things like that. I mean, you could put a magnet on them. You can stack them up and use them as shoe storage.
Yeah.
I mean, a whole bunch of different. Essentially, it's a cylinder container.
How many flip-flops can you get into this right here? You put them
in
back to
each.
back, and boom.
Size of my feet, one in each. All right.
So
then-
you could do the flower pots. You could do a bunch of stuff. Just let them dry. Throw a nail in the fence, and then you can plant flowers in them. There's all kinds of
Hey,
stuff.
that's what you can do with your
that,
extra paint,
especially
too.
since a lot of the paint cans now are plastic.
Yes.
Because I'm not kidding. The steel paint cans, they
Yeah.
rust out about 2 years.
Oh, down.
with the salt air. Yeah,
Over by you, yeah.
It's amazing how fast they go.
Wow. That's hilarious.
Especially being outside.
Well, that's why I like these people that, anyway,
Okay.
cars. Anyway, dispose of oil-based paint as if it's hazardous waste. So
Yeah.
contact your local municipality or your waste collection company. We're fortunate the county I live in has hazardous waste and recycle centers. So I can bring them motor oil, I can bring paint. and they're open basically 6 days a week. Mm-hmm. So for me, it's not an inconvenience. Just run it over there and get rid of it. And I do think some of the box stores actually do have paint recycling programs where you can drop off, half cans.
Right. And check with your local Ace hardware store or your hardware stores in general, because I know Ace takes them. If you've got 50 gallons of paint, they're not going to take it. But if every week you just bring them a different can, they'll be fine. And they'll
Sure.
a lot of them will recycle.
Gallons would take it just under a year.
Yeah. And the other thing is Habitat for Humanity. Check out your local Habitat for Humanity, because some of them actually take the paint, recycle it, and make it into new colors and then resell it. So.
Well, yeah, they actually have volunteers in the back who wait for nothing more than a third can of yellow to come in so they can finish the other gallon they started. So, I mean,
they do more than
funny.
that.
Yeah. I know it sounds funny, but they do. They actually blend it. So, because realistically, like we said, if you mix it all together, it'll probably come out gray.
Yeah.
But if you're patient and in a recycle place like Restore, they literally will mix similar colors to come up with decent blends.
Sure.
So.
Sure. And always check your MSDS.
What's that?
That's right.
But for chemicals.
Material safety data sheet.
That's what I was looking for. Material safety.
Should always have those on
sheet.
site. Same with your, fall arrest program and.
Oh yeah, we got all that on the job site.
Safety.
All right. So anyway, just to summarize where I started, but tossing latex paint is, once you harden it, is perfectly legal. Throw it in your regular trash. Oil-based, do it like it's hazardous material, and then recycle the paint cans.
Yep.
Properly.
Yep. And
That's
you
about all
can
I got on that.
You can dump sawdust in them, stuff like that. Anything that's going to soak up and dry the paint out fast. So, but the paint hardeners, what do those packets cost?
$1.
Do you remember? Like $1 a piece. So it's not that big of a deal.
But they'll say they only do like a gallon or 2/3 of a gallon, something like that. So you might have to add 2 or 3.
Right.
But I think they lied. Like I said, as fast as they went off, I'm like,
They want to make sure.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, so that's what you got to do with your recycled paint. Make sure you go to Niles Design District and check them out. No, not yet. Wait, Rich. Not yet.
You can go sign up for the newsletter right there.
Oh, you can go to the newsletter right there at mightyhouse.net and click on the Contact Us page, and there's Niles Design District. Good job, Rich. At least Van is on it.
Getting to become a bit player.
And subscribe, click on the bell, all that fun stuff. And until next week.
Keep it square and level?
Hey,
until next time. Keep it square and level.
There you go.
Until
Keep it square and
week.
level. Whatever. We'll figure this out. We've only done 80 of these things.
You botched that close.
That's when we do 2 in a row.
Yeah.
Well, that's the open he even had off because it's I already did that. Maybe do that.
Located on Milwaukee Avenue, the Niles Design District is a home improvement destination for consumers, designers, and contractors. For those looking to renovate a kitchen or a bathroom, expand with a new addition, or enhance their curb appeal, Niles Design District in Niles, Illinois offers everything in one convenient location.
It's your road to a better home.